Hi everyone, this is Arlene, your host on the US Latina Network. This is what I call the Briar check-in, where I come to you and share my musings in Los Angeles. And I ode a different topic every time. Last week was homelessness, and this episode really is about Black History Month. We are in February. It's my birthday month, it's Grammy week. It is a month we celebrate many great men. And this week I had the pleasure of going to the Grammy Museum to listen to John Singleton, Money B, Chuck D, and many others discuss the life and the writings of Tupac Shakur. It was called All Eyes on Me. And I had the pleasure of meeting some of them backstage in the reception area, which is kind of funny because I was super nervous. I had an intention to meet John Singleton for whatever reason, and I totally dweebed out. Anyway, I did meet him. And during the reception, a lot of people asked about a movie, a Tupac movie. And John Singleton joked about if the movie's not right, he will have Tupac's ghost come after him and be like, what did you do with my life story? And, you know, I've been perusing the internet and looking at the White House's Facebook feed. And the president had a civil rights leader in the White House a few days ago. And it just made me think, isn't it interesting that Tupac rapped about we'll never see a black president? And look at what we have here now. We have a black president representing the United States of America. And we have Martin Luther King to celebrate this month, and his dream has come true as a civil rights leader. And to me, I really look at Black History Month and I salute everyone who was a part of the movement for their culture and for human beings altogether. And the reason why I say that is I'm a Latina, and it's interesting because every time I meet someone, I met Quincy Jones Jr., and I told him, hey, I have a song I did to Live and Die in LA rendition of your song, and I said something about being Latina, and he was like, wait, what did you just say? You're a Latina? And everyone's always shocked by that, and I think it's ridiculous because, I mean, I grew up with the culture and I grew up with the problems of my neighborhoods, and it's just interesting that people can see one thing, but I might have experienced another from the exterior of who or where I'm at in my life now, if that makes any sense. My point is that this Black History Month really gives me hope that we can look at the leaders of the past and utilize their life stories as a way to lend on for the Latino culture. We have a problem in the United States, and it's of no one's, there's no one to blame, but we have things that need to change. And one would be like more Latinas and Latinos in movies, playing characters that are not stereotypical. So today I salute Christella for her amazing show on ABC, and Jane the Virgin, the actress, is again a Latina. And I also salute everyone looking to make a difference in the Latino community and how we're viewed on television and in the public. And I look at these I look at these leaders of the past as a way for us to take something for the Latino community, because it is possible to see generational change and to see people look at you differently, pay fair wages. Los Angeles, hello, I'm totally with Eric Garcetti on raising the wage. And I think that actually is a huge subject in regards to these low-paying jobs that a lot of people in general have. I see it personally in downtown LA. I won't say what company or what jobs, whereas I know that these jobs people are grateful for, but man, if there was $2 to $3 to $4 more an hour, you would see a difference in your workers and also in the way of life for many people around us. In LA, it's interesting because so many people move here from small towns all over the country, and they have these Hollywood dreams, right, to be celebrities or famous singers or actors, and they come here and some of them become famous, and they help people from all walks of life in different parts of the world, but somehow we are overlooking our own babysitter, our own nanny, gardener. And I say it stereotypically because a lot of celebrities and people have Latino families as their extended arm to help them with their lives. And I think it's really important for us as a society and as Angelenos to start looking at these people as our extended family that we need to stand up for. I really respected Chris Rock when he quoted, or he said that, someone of Mexican, I think he said, descent could be mopping the floors at a studio when that person might well be the next writer or extraordinaire of some sort. And we tend to have a lot of stereotypes that flood everyone in our society. I'm tangenting, that's not a word. But I guess the reason why I'm saying all of this is because although people might not look at me and from my exterior appearance think, oh, she's Latina, I definitely am Mexican American. I grew up in a family where my brothers have been incarcerated and have been the victims of stereotypes and being from the wrong neighborhood. And I look at Black History Month as a way for us to not only look at the history of our Black leaders, but to start looking at the Latino community as a whole and what we can do to help families, in particular immigration reform. How can we not be on two sides of a fence politically, but humanize a huge issue in our own country? I'm not here to preach, so I won't give any answers, but if you want me to, I'd be more than happy. Anyway, I wanted to ode Tupac Shakur and his family, and when I was at the Grammy Museum, I saw writing that Tupac wrote for his mother, and I thought it was really cool, and it was really relevant because we look at things with race sometimes, or all the time, it just depends on who you are, but we're human, right? We're all people from a tree, a family tree. This is what Tupac wrote, family tree for mother. Because, my computer just went out, because we all spring from different trees does not mean we are not created equally. Is the true beauty in the tree or in the vast forest in which it breathes? The tree must fight to breed among the evils of the weeds. I find greatness in the tree that grows against all odds. It blossoms in darkness and gives birth to promising pods. I was the tree who grew from weeds and wasn't meant to be. Ashamed, I am not. In fact, I am proud of my thriving family tree. I say this as a Latina, that I'm proud of my roots. And I say this because I don't believe Tupac wrote this in, I guess what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't matter what race Tupac is or what race I am. At the end of the day, we're all human and we're all Americans. And getting back to that root, the root of the tree, can really help us help our fellow Americans. And I say these things to you as a citizen who believes that civilians can give back and be philanthropic without being a billionaire. Or I ask people to take the Briar Pledge, and the Briar Pledge is where I ask artists, brands, and bands to pledge for Briar to give 50% back of residuals to alleviate problems in Los Angeles based on district needs. The first cause, like I mentioned last episode, is homelessness. And I have an artist who is coming on air with me in a couple of days, and he has a song that he has pledged to give 50% back of the net profits. All the numbers we can work out later, but he has a song. So if you buy that song, he's going to give money back to help homelessness in downtown Los Angeles in particular. And I will keep bringing you artists and fashion brands who are donating or giving residuals to causes here in LA, whether it's to help a family that isn't getting fair wages or to feed someone under a bridge or mental health services for people. It doesn't matter. We're going to work this out as we go. We're going to do it kind of organically but organized. Anyway, again, my name is Arlene. I am your host on the Wise Latina Network, and I'm very proud to ode Black History Month, our president, Martin Luther King, Tupac Shakur, and many others this fantastic Grammy week. May all of you have a great day and a blessed evening.